welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, this time around in English, as you may already have noticed. And today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be Baseball League, Javel Pop, and Real Cool 3D Road to a Star. Or Road to Star, sorry. And yeah, today I'm going to have a couple of different things with me, which of course you all know. It's the Arc mouse, which is this mouse here. It can be put into 2 states. One is the straight mode, now it's more or less shut off. And if I'm going to switch it on again, I'm going to put it into this state and now we can use it. It's a Bluetooth device which can be, of course, connected to the smartphone, for instance, or anything else that is more or less YouTube enabled, yeah, of course. That is Bluetooth enabled, of course, was the right word. And another one is this foldable keyboard. You already know about that. That's the same principle, so you can just flip it to the state more or less. Now it's off, and if I'm going to just reopen it, so there's this kind of magnetic mechanism there, and in the end I can reopen it, and now we can use it again as a full size, or at least close to full size, because there's no keypad. But if you get rid of that, it's a full-size keyboard that you can now use with, for instance, your smartphone using Bluetooth again. And yeah, of course, I could, for instance, use the Xbox One wireless controller, which is this one, but this one is not going to be supported by one of the games in a meaningful way, so we are not going to use it at the moment, and we are just letting it stay at the side. Yeah, other than that, of course, we've got the Lumia 50 XL, which is this one. It's a smartphone with Continuum on it, so Continuum enabled smartphone with Windows 10 Mobile on it. It's equipped with a USB-C connector at the bottom and connector with it, of course. And that cable is going to be connected to the display dock at this point here. And like that we can, for instance, connect it to a TV like this with an HDMI cable in this case. And as you can see, the smartphone is now creating this kind of desktop-like experience on the screen here, but it's really just the smartphone that is involved here, nothing else. If you want to know more about that, please have a look at the corner up there. There are a couple of other different videos about the whole topic and Continuum and so on. And then I would say let's start with the first game. The first game is Baseball League, and Baseball League is a pretty small game. But if you like baseball, you might want to try it out. I will go to my all apps list here, and it's right here at the top here. So let's have a look at that. It's really a small game, but I think it's quite okay to play for a couple of minutes or seconds probably. And so let's see what's going on here. So we have this. First off, I'm going to decrease the volume a little bit so I don't have to scream that much. And as you can see, we have this little startup screen here, and there's really not much to it. You can just more or less deactivate the music if you don't want that, so mute it. And other than that, everything is more or less just this little play button. So I'm going to press that, and as you can see, this is the game you're going to play, so you are going to have to more or less be the hitman here and try to, of course, get the ball as far as you can. And then you are going to collect points for that. And yeah, this is more or less all this game is going to be all about. So at the right time you have to click the button to really hit the ball, which is going to be thrown to you by the pitcher. And then more or less after that the ball is going to fly to a different region there. And you can, for instance, get a home run or something, and you can, of course, go to one of the stages before that too. And for each of them, you're going to receive some kind of a point mark, more or less, or a grade, which is defined by the points. As you can see, it's 37 points, for instance, for this hit. And if you're going to, for instance, get into the visitors there, then you're going to get, I think, 137 or something, so 100 points on top of that. And this is more or less what the game is all about, so let's see. Of course, you can do a strike if you're not hitting the ball at the right point there, which is going to happen a couple of times, of course. but it doesn't really matter. You're not going to, there we go, home run, 126 points in this case. Maybe it's still some kind of information there that's going on there, I'm not sure. And other than that, just try that as often as you can, and you're going to receive some kind of points, as you can see there. And if you get enough strikes, so I've got 11 balls at the moment, but if you, for instance, don't hit it for 11 points after that, or 11 balls after that, you're not going to receive any kind of points then, and you're going to lose this game. As you can see, at the moment I'm performing pretty poorly. Oh, come on. He's throwing it differently, so. Which is, of course, very, very realistically, because that's what would happen here. So it's up in the field there. Okay, 82 points then. Another one. That one wasn't really, really good, but whatever. 37 points, that's at least I hit it. That one is going a lot further. Okay. And how long it's going to fly and stuff like that, I think it's depending on which kind of delta timing you have for the perfect timing. So it's not about where you click or something, it's just about the timing stuff here. Ooh, that one was not that good. Okay, but still, nice enough. And now we are out of balls, as you can see, and this is more or less the game. So just try it out. If you like this kind of game, then this might be a good one. I see that I'm really, really over a little bit better. Okay, so just try it out. I think it's a fun game if you like baseball, of course, and yeah, it's a little bit repetitive, of course, but in the end, why not? Play it if you have some time over at a bus stop or something. It's really not, it doesn't occupy too much time. If you want to play it for a couple of seconds or minutes, then just do it. And this is more or less what this game is all about. So let's have a look at the second game. The second game is called Javel Pop. It's more or less what you're going to expect with this, but I like it somehow because there is some kind of a nice little Javel Star Classic, it's called here. So there are different names in the store and what is installed then. But in the end, this is more or less a game. And yeah, what is going on here is a couple of different possibilities. So let's have a look. First off, I'm going to go to the shop just to show you what's going on here. So as you can see, there are a couple of different power-ups more or less, which you can buy for this diamond stuff. Diamonds are more or less available by playing the game, so you're not going to have to pay if you don't need to. And other than that, there is of course a mute button here. We have who developed it more or less and how to do it. It's a pretty normal thing, but after that just click on new game and we're going to go into the first stage. And I'm going to show you what's going on here. This game is all about reaching the targets that are present at the top there. So how to do that? You are going to have to more or less get a lot of different connected same color stones or whatever it is, or javels. I think it's javels, but it looks more like a stone, whatever. And if, for instance, this blue one here is going to more or less be connected to all of these, so this is a very, very big hit I'm going to do now. As you can see, with 18 javels, we are getting over our target with one click more or less. So I think that is pretty amazing. Yep, stage cleared, and this is more or less it. In general, it takes longer, and you can really run into trouble more or less often here, but in this case it was a pretty good one. So just get all the different connected parts here. You have to click on at least 2 of them to be able to clear them, and so you have to think about how to get good groups of javels in here. In other words, you really have to think sometimes about it, not in the level 1 or something, but level 2, level 3, level 4 are much harder to solve if you're not going to have a look at that. And I think I'm going to even turn around for that, just to have a better view on what's going on here. So it's a pretty easy or simple game in the end, but somehow I like it quite a lot because it really gives you the opportunity to think a little, but it's really not fast paced or something. So as you can see, just get the ones which are already there, and as you can see, we are creating new kinds of groups of these little colored stones or whatever you want to call them. And in the end, this is going to bring you the most out of whatever you can do. There is nothing like a timer on this game, at least at the start, and there's nothing like, for instance, some kind of moves you can perform or something. It's just about how long you can more or less still click on stuff, because as mentioned before, you have to click on groups of 2 in this case. And if there are no more groups of 2 available for you to click on, then you're going to lose. Or if the stage was cleared, you're going to win and go to the next one, of course. So let's see what we can achieve here. I think we are pretty much done here. So there's not much we can really do about this anymore. Maybe a little bit like this. Yeah. And now it's going to be harder and harder to achieve larger amounts at least. But we are doing still pretty fine here, as you can see. There's not going to be any kind of penalty or something like that if you have remaining stones or something. It's just like the bonus isn't given to you in a higher level there. And so, as you can see, we received our goal, and now we have a target of 3000, which we already achieved for some reason, whatever. It's the first time that I reached this high in this case, but whatever, doesn't really matter. And now, as you can see, you're going to take your good results from before, so the score of before, to the next level. And so you can play on and on. And in this case, this is one of the best runs I ever had. I have to admit that. Interesting. Of course, the larger the groups of the stones you can achieve, the better. I think you already got what that is all about. And let's see what we can do here. Not too much at the moment. But we can, for instance, bring those together. Let's do those. And let's just see how far we can get with this. At the moment I have the feeling that we are not getting the best out of it, but whatever. We have that many points from the first level that it's really not going to matter too much. Let's take that one. I think the next level is 6000 or something, so we are pretty close to that already too. But this time there are going to be a lot of different levels here, which are going to be left over, which is a bad thing, as you can see. And as you can see, it's more or less going to be, of course, falling down from to the bottom here, and it's going to more or less shrink itself too, so to really always be able to connect something. This is now the end, I think. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And I think it's pretty close to where we want to be for the next stage there. And so I even may be able to go to another galaxy. So there is this galaxy scene stuff in this game. And so let's click on all of that and try to achieve that. Let's see. Blue ones are pretty good here too, and we cleared the stage already, that's great. Now let's have a look at the different options here for the different parts. As you can see, you could buy, for instance, a laser gun. We can color brush, so we can more or less change colors of a point, and a couple of other things here. What do we have there? magic javelin and so on. But the problem with the power-ups is that you really would lose some of your crystals, and the crystals are pretty valuable, so we don't want to do that if we don't need to. As always with this game, more or less. Okay. The problem, I think, is that the target is going to be doubled each time, and after this one we are going to be on a lost cause probably, but we will see. So just pop those. Very easy to play, but you have to think in forward in some situations here. At the moment I don't have any of those, but in the end, for instance, if you want to create more javelins, for instance, let's have a look at this. There are two of those next to each other, so it would be a good idea to get this one down below, so we get 4 or 5 or something like that. But that's not going to happen because we don't have the opportunity to more or less pop those crystals down here or the stones down here. And like that, we are not going to do that in this case. Would be better, but I can't do anything about it because I can't get it down there. At least not without any kind of power up here, which I'm not going to use if I can avoid it at least. Yeah. This one was pretty bad, so 37 javelins is much too much because all of those would give you more points, so whatever. Okay, but it's not doubling, it's up to 8,000, which might be possible, I'm not sure. We will see. Let's see, for instance, in this case, we can create a bigger blue one by popping those. You see, this is more or less a strategical part of the game which you have to achieve in some situations. Here's another one, so we can get one more, which is good for us. And of course, for instance, those will enable us to get to these purple ones here, or pink ones or whatever. Okay, let's see. Where can we achieve something? Yeah, a little bit like this, of course, but it's not really what I wanted here. But I think we might be able to get some blue stuff together. With a little bit of help, at least. Okay. No, the blue ones are not going to be connected at this point, which is a pity. That would have given us a lot of points, but I can't do it. So, let's see. Those, of course. And we are going to hit the target, which is a good thing. But too close for my taste. There we go. And as you can see, you get one of the javelins for each and every level you're going to clear, or stage you're going to clear. At least a little bit of a head start, but not too much. Okay. So, stage 5. We are going, as you can see, one stage to the next galaxy. With 10,000 points, let's see if we can achieve that. I'm not sure. But maybe we're able to do that. Those, if I'm going to put those down there, then they're going to fall too deep to get this connection to these. So I'm trying to see if I can do something different here, but probably not really. Now I would have to put those in, and then we would need something here. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe like this. And now I would need one to bring it down, but only in this part, and that is not going to happen here. Bad one. But whatever, maybe we can create another point here with this, and with this it's going to get a couple of points there too. Okay, that's fine for me. Now let's see. The green one, of course, and that one brought us pretty far already. And now we are going to get a lot of points here. Let's see what we can achieve. Pretty cool, pretty cool. The blue ones are going to give us more points again. And as you can see, if you're really getting a couple of connections there with really large groups, then you are going to get a lot of points for it. And it's going to be very easy to more or less fulfill the needs you have here of the level, more or less, or the stage. But in some situations you're going to not be able to do that, so just try it out. First that, then that. Let's see, this one might be a good idea too. Sometimes it's a little bit frustrating that you can't, for instance, move something around or something, but that's not the game. The game is meant to be like that, so that's fine. In this case, 4 points. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm I'm going to achieve it, but it's too close for me to again. But whatever, we got it, and we go to the next galaxy, which is a good thing because I want to show you that. Yeah, and now we are off here, but still we got it. Stage is cleared. So there are some kind of small little animations in between. I like it. It's really that easy and a little bit cheesy somehow, but I really like it. And as you can see, we're in a new galaxy now, and just go with these javels again and try to get the most of the points you can get out of here. We are at stage 6 at the moment, so just try it out. I like it a lot. It's of course a pretty simple game, but if you like this kind of it's not really 4 wins or something, so in the end it's a little bit different, so just try it out. I like it a lot, and I think for a small little casual game it's pretty nice and fine. Okay. So, I didn't really close it down. Let's see if we can do that now. There we go. So the last game in our mashup is called, one sec, it's called Whirlpool 3D Road to Start, sorry. And this is a pretty good pool game with really nice graphics, and everything is playing pretty nicely too. It's not too hard to play it too, so I really like this game. Whirlpool 3D Road to a Star, or Road to Star. And in the end, what you are going to do is you are going to play small little portions of games. You're not even playing with all the balls or something at the start, at least. There's going to be some kind of a leveling stage, so it's not one game or one pool game and then it's over. But they're giving you some kind of task and stuff like that to solve in this game. So I'm just going to click on play now. And it's taking a little bit of time because it's a 3D game. And with really nice graphics, nice textures, and there are going to be different options here. And so we are just having a look at this game, and we will see what's going on. Of course, there are some kind of rewards in this game, and now let's see what we can do. And it's a very short game somehow. Yeah, this is more or less a different putter or something, then you can use that if you want to. I'm not going to in this case. And as you can see, this is the game optics, and it's real 3D, it's not just an image or something. So I'm going to turn around and show you what's going on here. You're going to play this with your finger or with your mouse, it doesn't really matter. I think it's pretty much the same. And as you can see, we can, for instance, now turn around and see what's going on here, and it's really going to be a real 3D game with real interesting information. And there are a couple of different pool billiard tissues or tables here which are pretty interesting too. So as you can see, this is one where not only the 4 holes are available, but there are 8 in this case. Haven't seen something like that before. As you can see, you can move around your view, you can move around your point of shooting, and you are getting this little indicators there. So if you are swiping, you can even see pretty close what's going on here, and then just try to get it done here. Let's move out a little bit. As you can see, now it's a little bit easier to see this. And now to shoot with your ball here, you have to now move this point down a little bit. How much will determine how powerful your shot is, and then just try it out. And as you can see, we got one in. All those little informations there. As you can see, there are nice little textures on there with fabric and so on. So if you are going to play this, it's really fun to play it and really nicely done. You can even switch between views, so if you want to play in a 2D screen, you can do that too. I wouldn't. I really like this kind of game here much better than the other part, but whatever, just try what you want there. And as you can see, this is going to be helpful. Here are a couple of different informations too. So for instance, this is a power up, or more or less, yeah, it's how many shots you can more or less miss. And now we got the combo for some reason. Oh yeah, because we have got 2 in a row more or less. And there are of course other power-ups and stuff like that which are going to be rewarded to you. And yeah, you are getting a star mark at the end of your play here for this level more or less. And this is going to be, yeah, more or less better than... Let's see, yeah, that's much too... A little bit. Yeah. Okay, let's try it out. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit it, but yeah. Okay, cool. Got that too. And let's see what we are going to achieve with the blue one, and then we are going to the next level and can play this too. And there are a couple of different options here too. So for instance, you can click on that to more or less tell where you want to hit the ball in this case. Nice little part there too, but hitting it in the middle is of course the easiest to show you in this case, or work with. And of course you can, for instance, do different things here, like, for instance, come on, no, not that one. Click on that. And as you can see, we can, for instance, even do some kind of an arc, so in which kind of fashion we are going to try to hit the ball and stuff like that. It's really an interesting approach, especially because in general one of the biggest problems with these pool games is the control, how to play this game, how to control it. And if you, for instance, just click on something by accident, you are going to hit it, and it's really a bad taste then, or at least it's not that much fun to play it then. And this is something they really got right in this game. So it's really all about having fun, because you really can switch between views and do stuff, and only this part here will more or less shoot the ball, and you can even have a look at this part, for instance. So if we want to play it like this, we can see, okay, this is probably not going to hit, I have to adjust. I could do it even in this 2D screen here, but I'm not going to, because this is somehow cheating, right? I'm not going to do that then. And we got it in, and it seems like we cleared the level, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, there we go. We have won it, we got a couple of different coins, which we can use, for instance, for power-ups and stuff like that. And if you want, you in some situations, not in mine at the moment, as you can see there's this loading screen which is not going to go away, but you can even get more coins with that. I'm not sure, I don't think I get anything from it now, yeah. So just click on get, and you're going to get those parts. Then there is going to be this little screen where you can try to do your best with some kind of a memory game, but not really. Yeah, and we are not going to pass this, so just give it up and go to the next one. And now you are just going to play the next level in this case, and the levels are of course shown here, as you can see. So level 5, no less than 1, no less than 2, no less than 3 is the goal we have to achieve here. And as you can see, this is more or less the levels you're going to play. There are a lot of them, as you can see already. Really a lot of them. 50 different levels for you to play. All of them free if you want to play them. And I really think it's a pretty interesting and nice one. As you can see, this part here is going to cost us 10,000 to participate in. So we will have to play a little bit longer to go on here. And yeah, this is more or less what this game is all about. I really like it if you like to play this kind of pool games, especially in a 3D setting, and with the control you have here. It's a really nice one. As you can see, you can even switch between graphic qualities here, and this is only low what you are seeing at the moment. So there is even options for better quality settings here. Some of them are probably only available on your computer or something with a higher powered CPU in it. But in the end, it really is fun to play it, and just try it out. Yeah, we can of course have a look at the shop too. Let's go to there, just to show you a little bit more about that. As you can see, you can get different cues here, for instance, in this case for beginners and so on, and buy different ones. At the moment I can't really afford one, but later on I'm going to be able to do that. And as you can see, you achieve higher rankings and values in these kind of aim, spin, rebound and force stuff, which is interesting and nice. And of course, if you go down here, there are a lot of different, even a little bit harder ones. And as you can see, there are going to be different levels here too. So just try it out if you want to play, for instance, this one, which is more or less looking like a sword and no longer like a normal cue or something. But just try it out. I really like the game. I think it's a nice addition to your library there, and especially if you like to play pool games and stuff like that, this is really one you should own for yourself. So, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope you had fun with this episode. And so we are going to see us in the next episode again. Please give this one a like, subscribe if you didn't, and of course have a look at the commentary section down below. If you have any kind of questions, please put it there. I'm going to try to answer everything you are going to ask there. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, see you in the next episode, and bye bye.